turns into a bear. Little back seat, it'll pick back up.
I wanted to like modernise.
Yeah.
So good morning, everybody. How are we all? There's lots of people on the boat, Aaron. Welcome on board the Mayflower Garden again for this trip down to the Tower of London and eventually Greenwich. Now we are leaving the pier here at Waterloo, so we need to give you safety information. Nothing to alarm you, just to let you know the main exits from the boat are the two doorways downstairs in the lower saloon. There's two gateways at the rear of the boat at the bottom of the steps. We have got enough life-saving equipment on board for 250 people. This comes in the form of life jackets, life rafts and life rings. In the very unlikely event of an emergency, just remain seated, remain calm and await an instruction from your crew. Is everybody happy?
Yes.
Lovely job, very enthusiastic, that's what I like to see. Now as I walked up, I know there's a lot of people hiding downstairs in the warm. If you come and join us here on the top deck, you will see a lot more. These seats are self-warming. Actually, as soon as you sit on them, they start warming up. It's amazing. Anyway, now we like to try and keep you happy on this boat. On the way down to the Tower of London, we are going to be passing some places of interest. I've got some local knowledge, some useless information. I can share this with you, but only if you're interested. It sounds like you might be interested in listening to me waffle on. Alright. Well, I will do my best. My name's Simon, I'm the mate. Our captain today is Harry. Carl's behind the bar. We're here for your safety. We don't get any training for these commentaries, so if I get anything wrong, don't rush to the front to let me know. As ultimately you'll find out, I don't care. Anyway, but we'll start here on the left. That white building with the green roofs and the flags on top. This is the headquarters of our armed services, the MOD building. This is where the headquarters of the Army, the Navy and the Air Force. Now we point it out because it's a bit like an iceberg, this building. What you see above ground, there's 2 times this beneath ground. There's nuclear fallout shelters, provisioning stores, communication centres. There's even a little tunnel leading from this building to 10 Downing Street, where the Prime Minister lives and works. Everything I've just told you, of course, is a secret, so don't repeat it to anybody else, please. The London Eye you see just there on the right-hand side, that's the world's 4th largest observation wheel, 135 metres tall. On a clear day, you can see 25 miles in all directions. Now, the London Eye sits on the south bank of the river, the south side. You can actually walk along this side of the river all the way down to Tower Bridge, where we're stopping first. Lots of bars and restaurants on the way down. There's always lots of people on the south bank trying to entertain you too, with music, dance, acrobatics, dressing up as statues or lizards. You name it, they do it here on the south bank. Well, I can see Batman standing up there, and the Queen, and the town crier. Anyway, so have a walk up and down the south bank, it is worth it. Our first bridge today, Charing Cross Railway Bridge. Now we're trying to keep you happy, try and keep these people happy, give them a wave and a smile. Hopefully they'll wave and smile back to you. There we go. It does stop them throwing things as well. There's another bridge the other side of the railway one. Have another go. 7 years good luck, they say, if you get somebody waving back here. Anybody waving? Yeah. Those people you saw who weren't waving, they're from London, miserable, like the rest of us. Anyway, make full use of this ability to wave and smile at people on the bridges, because they will wave and smile back to you, most of them. Be warned, if you walk around the streets of London waving and smiling at strangers, the police will turn up and arrest you for being a weirdo. Over on the left-hand side, London's oldest monument. That's Cleopatra's Needle. That tall granite obelisk was carved 3,500 years ago. So that's actually older than London as a city. London's just over 2,000 years old. Given to this country to commemorate the victory of Lord Admiral Nelson at the Battle of the River Line. We've got a couple of hotel options for you. First on the right, that wooden thing on top of the Queen Elizabeth Hall with the mast is actually a hotel. It's called A Room for London. Check out the website. Prices start apparently £120 per night. They are fully booked last time I looked, up until the end of March though. So that's one hotel room, option. You could go to the Savoy Hotel, that white building with the green roof. £350 is their cheapest room for one night. The luxury Riverside Suites, they're more like £3,500 for one night. They do chuck in a full English breakfast, so it is well worth good value. We've just been through Waterloo Bridge, that's London's longest bridge, quarter of a mile long. You can see the face is very clean. It is made from Portland stone, this bridge, same as Buckingham Palace and St Paul's Cathedral. It's a limestone from Dorset. Whenever it rains here in London, the bridge does clean itself off. So does Buckingham Palace. Very clever. Slightly slightly cheaper stone. Here on the right, that building with the electronic sign made from concrete is the UK's National Theatre. Inside is spectacular, it is beautiful, 3 of the best theatres in the country. It is a shame the outside has been voted 5 years on the trot London's ugliest building. Prince Charles said it was a very clever way of building a nuclear power station right in the centre of London. For those of you who watch daytime telly here in England, here on the right, that tall tower block, those buildings in front, this is Kent House, the headquarters of the ITV. This is where they film Daybreak in the morning. This morning, Loose Women, the Jeremy Kyle show, all that rubbish you get during the day is over there. So next time you watch Daybreak or This Morning, look behind the presenters. You might see the Wellington, you'll see the river, you'll see these boats driving up and down behind them. Now it is January, but people here in England still love to spend the day on a beach and make sandcastles. There on the right hand side, it's called the South Bank Riviera, that golden sandy beach. On a hot sunny day, that beach will be full of people making sandcastles, sitting around on deck chairs. I'm not making this up. That is of course where the second series of Baywatch was filmed, and all of the Bounty adverts. I might have made that bit up. Anyway, you can see St Paul's Cathedral, a beautiful shot ahead of us on the left. Christopher Wren's masterpiece, that one. Now it was, would you believe it took them 35 years to build St Paul's Cathedral. 12 years was spent just on the dome itself. At a cost of around £800,000. It finally opened in 1711. The height of St Paul's, well, that's very easy to remember. It's 1 foot for every day of the year, 365 feet tall. Simple. Looks a bit taller than that because they actually built it on top of Ludgate Hill. But that's that was the tallest building in London up until 1962. It is a very low city, London, compared to others. The lowest bridge on our trip today is this one. This is Blackfriars Road Bridge. Now the tide's going out at the moment, but about 5:30 tonight, the tide will have returned. It will have come all the way in, and this boat won't fit through this bridge. At about 5 o'clock tonight, we we would have actually hit it. So that's how much the tide is going to come in. It's still dropping, as I said, but later on we won't fit through this one. Today the river's going to change in height by about 6.8 metres, almost 7 metres today. The tide is going to change the river height. That was a road bridge. This is a railway bridge, Blackfriars Railway Bridge. As we come through, another view of St Paul's there on the left-hand side. Now, if you're feeling energetic, there is a viewing gallery on top of the dome. Just under 600 stairs to get up there. So a bit of effort, but you get fine views. You can spend as long as you like when you get up there. There's a glass floor up there, so once you're up there you can actually look down into the cathedral beneath your feet. Those of you feeling lazy, well, there is a lift halfway up to the Whispering Gallery. It's still another 300 stairs up. While you're looking left, that red brick building, the City of London School, this is where Harry Potter went to school. Really? Not Hogwarts? This is where Daniel Radcliffe, the actor, had his early education. There you go. As I said, full of useless information. The Tate Modern Art Gallery is that building on the the right-hand side. It used to be the Bankside Power Station. It now houses